Good afternoon and welcome to Let's Grow Shopping. Before I take you around the Galaxy Garden update, I thought I'd just give a little plug to the shop. We've got raw turmeric if you want to either plant it or use it in cooking for health reasons. We've got organic dried limes for use in the Friday evening gin, lemongrass tea and lime verbena tea, and butternut pumpkin seeds for free if you want them, and also some yacon combs if you want to try and grow yacon. These are what they sprout from. If you chuck them in a pot, they should sprout. Still got some life left in them yet. Thank you and enjoy the update. I've lined up all the trays of seedlings and seeds that I planted a fortnight ago, and I'll just go through them tray by tray. The first tray here has been out in the open air the whole time, just behind, like went in there. Yeah, just went in the open air the whole fortnight. So it was very warm when I planted them 2 weeks ago, and the last week hasn't been as warm. And this tray is full of herbs. I figured that they were a bit more hardy and could handle being outside rather than in the greenhouse. All the other trays were in the greenhouse this last fortnight. So yarrow has consistently germinated, as has feverfew, and dill. Dill is doing really well. The rest is a few sporadic seedlings, but nothing fantastic. So I'm going to leave that for a while, that tray. The next tray is one of the veggie seedling trays, and where my hand is, to the left is what was planted a month ago, and to the right is what was planted a fortnight ago. So these ones that are planted, these 3 rows are planted a month ago. This end row, the beetroot, was planted 6 weeks ago, and so you can see the growth. The new growth in the summer plantings is outstripping stuff that was planted for 2 weeks. Is outstripping veggies that were planted a month ago. I'm going to transplant this row into the garden where I can. These guys are coming along quite well. I might have to transplant the red cabbage. I want to try and free up some space in trays because I'm going to run out of room for more trays to plant this week. And all this lot is a fortnight's worth of seedlings, which I'm really, really happy with. We've got cucumbers, eggplant, all these tomatoes, and the zucchinis are doing amazing. I'm going to have to transplant the zucchinis pretty quickly. They've got the second set of leaves on the go already. The next tray is mainly flowers, but there's the oddball in there. The first 2 rows are Tamarillo, which is still quiet. Sunflowers doing fantastically. And then these guys are flowers. The everlasting daisies are all up, but not powering on yet. Leave them alone. The red okra is just about sprouting. Egyptian spinach is going pretty well, but I'll leave it alone. And the sweet williams are going really well. Like, every cellar's got some seeds germinated in there. There are some in the pansies that look exactly the same as the sweet williams, so I don't know if they're pansies or I've contaminated the seed trays, and the contamination factor is very real in my world. I'm not perfect at this. And the last tray is the seed trays, like not pots. You see these guys are the little pots. This tray is seed, a proper seed tray where you can't pull out the pots. And if we go to the right of my hand this way is a month ago, to the left is a fortnight ago. spinach from a fortnight ago, going great. Pink frilly lettuce is doing better than most of the other lettuce I've... thank you, Terry, for those seeds. Going way better than most of the other lettuce I've planted. This is my own lettuce seed in the next two, and only sporadic germination. Pak choi always does really well, loving that. Leeks have mostly sprouted. Silver beets coming up. These two are more lettuce, bought lettuce seeds, and even they've only come up sporadically. These lettuce were a month ago and they're hardly doing anything at all. There's a row of pak choi here. Most of these seedlings that look like they're in the lettuce are actually in the pak choi. So there's only one lettuce seedling come out in that whole row, but the pak choi is not doing too badly. Lettuce from... I think I planted two kinds of lettuce again to see which one would work. I've got my own seed and then bought seed, so I plant both just to see if I'm not totally 100% confident my own seed will come good. But none of them do particularly fantastic. The leeks here need transplanting out. They're going well. Pak choi is on the verge of being transplanted out as well. Their second set of leaves is out. And these leeks might have to go out in the garden as well, just to make room in the trays. And this end row of lettuce has done absolutely nothing. These zucchini seedlings are a great illustration of when you should pot up or plant out seedlings. The seed raising mix that is used is generally low in nutrient. The seed itself, when you plant it, has got a lot of energy stored within it, which produces these first two leaves. Once that energy is used up, it starts producing these true leaves which look like the adult plant. And yeah, once it gets to this point, it's needing nutrient from somewhere other than the seed itself. So it's looking to the growing medium to provide that. And so this is the perfect point to either put it in a different pot with some compost in, or if the weather's right and you've got lovely soil, plant it out in the garden and get it going. The butternut pumpkin seedlings I've planted last week, two of them have sprouted. The others are still dormant, but yeah, definitely pumpkin season. All these pots are full of yacon tubers, so I just shoved them in a pot with some potting mix and kept them damp. And they're all starting to come up now. So they'll be going in the ground in maybe, I don't know, 2 weeks, a month. Out in the galaxy itself, we finally have some food coming out of the garden after 2.5 months. The first peas are starting to form. They're looking great, growing visibly every day. And the rest of the beds, whilst action is not amazing, you can tell that there are rows of veggies in there, which is way better than it has been. I've transplanted a few beetroot into the gaps where I think the slugs are nailing beetroot, and maybe the soil isn't the best for beetroot. The carrots are coming on all right, and the leeks are standing up proud now, so they're actually growing, which is good. A lot of the onions are tiny, but some of them are really powering on, which is strange. And I'm really happy to say that just about every spud has spudded. That's one of the smallest ones now. I'll just pop on over to the other beds. Yeah, nearly every potato plant is on its merry way, which I'm really happy about. That's took a long time and a lot of messing about to get it to that point. Hopefully in the future I'll be right on top of this game. The kale and tatsoi that are planted in one of the little triangle edge beds is coming along alright, showing signs of insect or slug attack, but yeah, at least it's growing. And likewise in another triangle, my mystery brassicas have finally started doing something. I've got a feeling it might be something like Chinese cabbage. and I've planted some red cabbage seedlings in the middle of those. Life in the wicking beds is powering on. What's really good about these wicking beds is it gives me a chance to have a completely different kind of soil and environment to grow veggies in, and compare with the Galaxy Garden, which is in the ground. Invaluable sort of learning curve assistance. This lettuce that I Instagrammed about a while back is starting to dry out, so I might take it out, put it upside down in a big bucket and give it a shake and see if I can get seeds out of that. This rocket's also going to seed. I'm going to let that go on purpose so I can save some. We are harvesting silver beet on a regular basis, which is good, and spring onions. The garlic's still got a while to go. More silver beet and some lettuce and parsnips peeping through. We also have some beetroots coming on okay, and this coriander, this is the first time we've ever had coriander in the garden on purpose, and we're just loving it. It's fantastic to be able to come and harvest this on an ongoing basis and not have to buy it. More garlic and spring onions. I'm going to harvest these radicchio shortly. They're great in a salad. And these two lettuce in the front are going to have to come out soon as well. They're not pick and pick again. They're more like grab them all at once lettuces. Got a few carrots powering on in here too, and a broccoli. And that's about as near I get to a broccoli before it bolts to seed. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. In the greenhouse, I finished planting all the seeds. The zucchinis are in their own pots with homemade compost and potting mix. They should go okay in there. And then we've got 4 trays now in the greenhouse, and the herb tray is still out in the nursery in the open air. So yeah, things looking good. I've got rid of a heap of stuff out of that tray because it just wasn't sprouting, all the lettuce. Transplanted all the pak choi and the leeks, and so we've got more of the same back in there. Leeks, silver beet, pak choi and lettuce again. And then this is the new tray which I have done today, which is full of summer veg, so the same broccoli, capsicum, cucumber, eggplant, kohlrabi, a load of tomatoes and zucchinis. Thank you for watching. I'll be back again in a fortnight with another update.